So right now is just kind of everything that leads up to us leaving the Mediterranean and crossing the Atlantic for a second time. So everything we're doing these days is just projects, projects, projects. Anything that needs to get done before we can leave.
Going where the fair winds blow, our home is where the waters flow. We'll show you what we've come to know on board while sailing wisdom.
One of the really big projects we had to take care of was switching out our last steel stay, which was our inner forestay, for a synthetic stay. Now if you want to see some extra info on that and how the whole replacement went, check out the link.
So we're heading off today. We were going to head off yesterday, sorry. We were going to head off yesterday, but the wind was up, and today it's glassy smooth. So we're going to take our chance at the weather window, get down to Cabo de Gata. We've been here for 7 months, so it's always a bit nerve-wracking leaving the dock after 7 months. But the engine sounds okay, sails are okay. So that's it, we're off. Cheers guys.
One more later.
Have fun.
Today's a special day. You're gonna get a rare view and look at our electric motor up close and personal while Herbie replaces one of the motors.
Now, we get a lot of flack for having an electric motor, but this is one point where an electric motor like reigns supreme over a diesel. Half our engine died, but we were able to continue to sail about 1,000 miles or so on one of our 2 motors. And then when we flew back from the US, we were able to bring an entire engine with us as a suitcase. Try bringing your diesel engine as checked luggage next time you're flying and see how that works out for you. So this is the entire motor. This is the whole thing. It's just, you know, this small little box. So I'm just gonna take out our old one, bolt this guy in, and then we're set to roll again. So before I get all tooling into it, let's take a little tour of an electric motor. There it is. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's not very impressive looking. There's no chrome, shiny bits, nothing flames or shoots sparks. It's just kind of like meh. There it is. So it just moves the boat. It's covered in a dust shield because its biggest concern is dust. Because that's it. It's very, very little effort on these things. Now I will begin disassembling. So we're just gonna take off these dust shields, get them out of the way, and yes, this is our motor. So it's the Quiet Torque 20. It runs on 48 volts, and it can draw up to 400 amps.
Take your time. Okay.
How many men does it take to lift a motor?
Okay.
Woo!
Sweet.
Thanks,
you.
guys!
Out. Okay, so we've got the new motor bolted on. All that's missing to do is to do a couple wiring connections and put the engine back into place. Kind of a big one. So I'm waiting, a friend's gonna come and help me pick this sucker up because it weighs about 120 pounds. Definitely weighs a lot less than a diesel motor, so you can just literally pick it up with a buddy, but a little heavy for one person.
It's funny how 2 men can be better than
Yeah, than 3.
slowly.
Oh, nice, guys.
And with that, the motor is in there. In an afternoon, we completely rebuilt our electric motor. Because our trysail has ripped twice because we've been in some nasty situations, and there's a little bit of an issue at the first grommet on the sail. So I'm going to be reinforcing it, beefing it up a bit, and making a few minor adjustments to the trysail to make it really strong. That way it'll hold up for our entire return journey back to the US, all the way across the Atlantic. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to sew this guy onto here. Okay, so this is my first time stitching, so a little slack here. This is when I started. And then as I progressed around here, I started getting in the rhythm of things, so it's better. And then the bottom row I thought was quite nice.
Saw beauty in the selflessness of giving, heard sorrow in the songs of 1,000 merchantmen.
So we're going to be sailing to the Balearics in a few days, not on this boat, on a friend's boat. And we need to get all of our projects done before then, because when we get back from the Balearics, we're leaving this marina. So my project for today is sanding the deck, because we're gonna be putting new non-skid paint on the deck. So here I go.
Felt love from the caring of a woman. I felt the loss of a fallen child underneath the sun.
While Maddie's outside sanding, I have the job of organizing all our tools and spares, because honestly we've been carrying a lot of crap around for 3 years now. Some of it we really don't need anymore. We don't have the material anymore. It's kind of wasted space. So I'm gonna go through everything, organize it, and probably pitch a whole lot of junk that we just really don't need.
Feels really good to do these purges every now and then, because after 3 years of full-time cruising, you think you need something, it gets packed further and further and deeper into your boat the less you use it. And we're finding all of these little knickknacks and some quite large things that we have not used in 3 years and we will not use in the future. So Wisdom's losing some weight today.
One of the things that we had before we left was 2 sets of battery operated LED nav lights, because this would be a really good safety thing. So these are cheapo ones from Amazon. None of them work. As you guys know, we haven't had too much success in the bicycle department because rust, it's not good. But one thing that we've carried, even though we don't even have a bike that this fits, is a really big mountain bike inner tube. And the reason is, if something goes wrong in your packing gland and it's just leaking and you can't get it to stop, all you have to do is tie a bicycle inner tube around it and it'll actually just seal up, kind of like a tourniquet. So this is actually my standard way of doing it. If I'm changing the packing gland in the water because I'm not hauling out that year and it's dripping a lot, I just loosen it, it gushes in some water, I tie it off with an inner tube, and then I can change the packing gland without, you know, all the torrent of water pouring into the boat, which is a little stressful. So we carry a bunch of inner tubes just because safety. And so while this is something that we have never used in 3 years, we're keeping. And we're actually making sure we remember exactly where it is. I had 2 of these, 2 large funnels to change the oil in our old diesel motor that we removed many years before we went out on the trip. But I brought them. Don't know why. I brought this very nice large plastic container that had nothing in it for all the years we were away. Never used it. Don't even have a lid for it. Don't know why I have it. Another favorite is this very large spool that once held some wire on it. And I kept it because it was a really good spool and I might need to spool something up. And I can tell you, at no point in this trip have I ever been like, oh, man, I could really use a spool right now. And my favorite thing that we have in the boat that I have never used in the 8 years of owning this boat are these pretty umbrellas. They clamp on to the rail, and then you have this nice pretty umbrella that you can put out for some shade. Well, there's places on the boat that have shade, like the cockpit under the bimini. So therefore I don't need the umbrella. And then the other part is these umbrellas would blow away in any kind of wind. And if you're on a sailboat, usually there's wind there. So we've never used them. Just looking back, I don't know why I kept this crap, but now we're dumping it out.
Okay, I'm going to now paint our deck with some brand new non-skid because our last non-skid was a total failure. That was the volcanic rock that we used in the Azores. It tore up our feet and we just ended up sanding it right off. So the deck is really slippery. Time to put on a new coat right before we leave the boat for a bit to go to the Balearics.
On the day I woke, so soulless one.
Okay, so we've gotten the motor completely rebuilt. We took it out, we swapped out one of the motors, we put it back in, we got everything lined up. We also did a live video about the motor, so if you haven't seen that yet, you know, go check it out, click the little link. And now we're going to put the dust shields over it and just button up the motor and close everything up. That way this project is done and those tools can go away. Madge, would you like those tools to go away?
Very much.
How much?
So much.
Yeah. For you guys in this video, this is all like bing bang boom. In reality, this has been like this for like a week.
I could with my heart open, without the fear of pain that may find its way in. And if it did, I'd do the same all again. A witness flow of poetry in the ocean, and bet along to my eyes met the lining of the sky. Fulfilled enough to never question why. And it showed myself upon
Today's a big day. We're going to move on to our friend's boat just for a month. All good?
Hopefully. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.
And if you'd like to follow our journey in real time on a map, receive postcards from our ports of call, and message us directly to the boat, you can go ahead and become a patron using the link in the description down below.
to the beating of my heart. If you can feel its pulse, it's not too late to start. But it's not my place for me to offer lessons or give advice to those